What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Backline Podcast. I am Billy, and as always, I am joined alongside with my very good friend and co-host, Nico, and we've got a great episode ahead of you guys. Basically, in this one, we go over quite a few different things. We're kind of all over the place. We talk about some video games that we're into at the moment and what we have played, what we haven't played. We also have some pretty cool gear on the show. We kick it right off with an album review, and that's going to be A Day to Remember's Bad Vibrations. And yeah, so it was a fun episode as always, and I hope you guys really enjoy it. This is episode 20, which we screw up and say it's episode 19. You'll see that in just a few moments. But yeah, episode 20, it was great. We are, getting there, and if you guys could just continue to share the posts, subscribe if you can, if you haven't, subscribed yet. And yeah, so it was another fun one. And yeah, so enjoy the show. Yo, so it's so what is this? Episode 19?
Yeah.
19. Holy shit. We're almost there, almost at 20. So we've made it far. We're getting there. I'm not upset about any of that, but yeah, we'll get there. Anyway, so we're gonna do an album review finally, because we've been missing that, except for the Aluka episode. No, we did the Banjo Band or whatever the fuck it was called.
The Banjo Band.
Well, who were they?
Reverend Peyton's Big Damn Band.
Yeah, okay.
AKA the Banjo Band.
Shit, we did do that. All right, so we're back on normal album reviews again. So we chose last week to do A Day to Remember, and we chose their album, Bad Vibrations.
Yeah.
Bad Vibrations, not Good Vibrations, as Marky Mark did.
That song.
It's a bad vibration.
Yeah. Oh, you're singing another song. No, is that the Beach Boy? Who does that?
Marky Mark.
No, not that one. Vibrations. And then there's like a weird shriek in the background. Oh,
it's got to be Jersey Boys, Beach Boys. One of them. Sure.
I barely know what's going on.
No idea what's going on. So, Bad Vibrations from A Day to Remember came out in 2016. And I lied last week when I said I had not listened to the full album. As I listened to it, I was like, I've heard every fucking song off this fucking album. Okay. Yeah. So, but it was a refresher I listened to this straightforward. So the reason I've heard it, typically when my phone's on my car, unless I go to listen to something specifically, I'm listening to just random songs. So if it comes on and I'm like, all right, I'm feeling it, I'll let it play. Other than that, I quite honestly skip almost everything that comes on my phone. It's quite fucking annoying because I'm like, I need new music really bad. But this album I definitely have heard before. You want me to start? I guess I'm already going into it.
Yeah, what? Yeah, go.
Yeah, so I enjoyed it. To me, this is classic A Day to Remember. I think this was post lawsuit against whoever the fuck they were signed to. I've already forgotten all that shit. That was so long ago.
They sued their label?
Yeah, they sued their label. They were on... Fuck me, man.
It's pretty chill, suing your label.
Yeah, so the label owed them a shit ton of money, and I want to say they sued for like over $2, $3, $4, $5 million, something like that. And they won, too.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, so the label owed them a shit ton of money. They were pissed off. It was a big scandal back in the 2010s, I think. I guess we just got out of the 2010s, but whatever. Good times. We weren't, fighting a virus. We were just fighting record labels, and it was sweet as fuck. Sticking it to them. So they ended up winning that, and they kind of, from what I know, they kind of self-released all their shit since then. But that's as far as I know. But yeah, so going back on this album, though, it sounded like that classic A Day to Remember. I thought, from what I remember, quality wise, I didn't think it was there. Like the guitars were kind of like rocky sounding and not so metal, not so gained out. But I was wrong. It was actually kind of nice to hear that they did sound good. I actually think I like most of these fucking songs on this album too.
Those are like 13, 12, 13.
Yeah. So it says 13. When I would listen on YouTube. I listened to it 2 times through. And there was 2 bonus songs, but maybe they were just songs that came out after the fact they added to the album. But like Naivety is song number 3 on there. It had that pop punky feel, and I like it, because it's just something different. But I remember when that song came out, I really liked it. The music video has a bunch of they're all dressed up like really old, and it's like the song, even brand new, sounded nostalgic. If that makes any sense.
No. I mean, yeah, it's like a vintage vibe. You're saying.
Right. So just because they made it seem like they're already old, you know, because they're all dressed up in old and an old makeup and shit like that. So as the song's going on and the way it sounds, again, it gives you that old A Day to Remember, you know, just their whole collection from before this album, just all into like one song kind of thing, and even one album. It's got the heavy shit. It's got the very pop punky shit. It's got very clean shit and clean singing, and you got super screams. And that song kind of encased that whole thing for me, and it made me nostalgic. I don't know why. I was just like, man, this feels like shit that I used to listen to, I guess, because it is A Day to Remember. I mean, I fucking played A Day to Remember nonstop for so many years. They're one of my favorite bands.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore, but they were.
They were in heavy rotation because they were like just, what would you say? They were like, you said it over the phone when I forgot the album name and I called you and asked about it and you had said, yeah, it's like easy listening basically.
Yeah.
And that's like, it's the same, to me, it's the exact, they picked up where I left them off, which was like, 10 years ago. I stopped listening to them. Just, it became passive music to me and it's still really good. I guess I'm going now. Sorry, because Naivety, you said it. I wanted to interrupt because Naivety, I hated that.
Really?
I hated that song. Like I did.
Where's my...
They started with what? Bad Vibrations, the song.
Yep.
That was. I thought that was really good. A good opener, strong opener, and then Paranoia, which I really liked. It was like
heavy
a driving riff, and like it was simplistic but heavy, but not hard on your ears heavy. And then it just went, Naivety was next, and that was the beginning of the end of the fucking album for me. It was 3 songs in out of 13, I guess, and it was just, it wasn't doing it. I don't know why. It's like some songs they hit me really well, and then other songs I'm like, they're just wash, what's on the back of a shampoo bottle that you read when you poop sometimes? Fucking wash, rinse, repeat. Lather, rinse, repeat. That's what I feel like they were doing with like a decent percentage of the album. And then they always do this bit where they have a song that's a little too heavy for them.
Yes.
Where they try purposely to be heavy, and that's exposed on this album.
Yeah.
And it just is, they do what they do well, and they've been doing it for a million years. Just keep doing that. But I understand, like, I don't know how they keep doing the same shit.
Aside from the guitar tone, which is really weird because even Chris in your band has one of their signature guitars, and it's got a fucking monstrous pickup in it. So for some reason, their tones, again, they're a little weaker. So when it comes to these heavier songs, the guitar tone is what's killing it for me. It doesn't feel like it's as heavy as it should be when they're playing it. I think that's the issue. I think they do it well, but I think they also cater to a crowd that wants to say they cater to the people that go, yeah, I listen to metal, and they're like, who? And it's like A Day to Remember, right? I listen to death metal. It's A Day to Remember. Like, it's not. But because they throw this couple of heavy songs on, those fans can say, yeah, I listen to metal, but it's like pop punk metal. You know what I mean?
No. I don't think maybe I'm biased because all my friends are along the same palette of music, but I don't think there's a lot of casual listeners listening to A Day to Remember. I think I'm probably fucking wrong.
I think there's a lot of casual. I think a lot of people, I mean, that's how.
You're probably right.
Dude, maybe not anymore today. I don't know what it's like today. It's very different because, again, I'm like you, where if it comes on, even this album or older stuff, or even if I heard a new song, it's like, okay, it's A Day to Remember. It's like, I get it. It's fun. I can listen to it. Maybe I'll throw it on at a party. Seems to be the theme with a lot of our shit. It's really cool at a party, right? Yeah. You just throw it on at a party. We just listen to awesome shit, not Boyz II Men. But anyway, so we go through and, I don't think it's that bad, but I remember at least back in the day, I would talk to like girls or something, try. Obviously, I'm terrible at it. Married now, but so that's good. But I would talk to girls and, you try to get on that same wavelength of like music. Is there some commonality here? Always A Day to Remember. Always that common band was A Day to Remember.
That's what you talk about? Music?
Of course, that's
when you were single. You were
my
like,
life. That's probably why I didn't date much.
Do you listen to music? You say that? You say, hey, hey, lady.
Hey, do you music?
Do you eat food, lady? Do you like drinking water sometimes when you're thirsty?
Man.
What the
Yeah, that's probably why I had a really hard time dating.
fucking
I remember
lady
talking
killer.
to one girl, and the only reason we started talking is because she was into Between the Bear to Me, and that's how we were introduced.
Mm-hmm.
It was another friend that came up and said, "Hey, we were at the bar." I remember it very, very specifically. The girl comes up and goes, "Hey, Billy, she's into Between the Bear and Me." I'm like, "Tight, let's talk."
That's so
That's
weird.
how it started.
That's so weird.
What the fuck?
That's
It
so
didn't
weird.
last, but what's like, what the, how the fuck? Okay. Maybe that's why I'm terrible at setting anybody up, because I'm like, yo, what do you listen to?
What do you listen to?
do you
Come
want
on.
do you want to date this guy? Because he
that's
listens
so
to that shit
crazy.
too. My friend is very into this.
What a crazy way to classify people.
Oh, they wouldn't get along. He likes country and she doesn't.
Shit. Never mind. Never mind.
Jesus.
Actually, I think that has happened multiple. Oh my god.
We should do a dating
That's
show
funny.
based on this
Yes,
and watch it just not work at all.
dude. Yeah, we got to find some single people.
I got a couple.
I got a couple guys. I have
Yeah.
no single girls, you know? I think all the time I've got some friends, like I've got this coworker specifically who's such a nice guy, and I'm just like, dude, like you need to find a good girl for you, you know? You got your shit together, and then he's like, who do you got in mind? And I'm like, ah, fuck, I have nobody. I have no
No,
girls. No single girls that I can think of that I'm like, and it's not even a thing of him that like, oh, I wouldn't set up this girl with him. It's that I just literally have no single girls that I know.
I can't think of one.
We're terrible. And our girlfriends or wives or whatever, none of them have single girlfriends, you know?
Mine
They're
doesn't have
already-
friends. Let alone
She has
single
friends.
I'm kidding.
Get-
Yeah, of course.
12 fucking bridesmaids, dude.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that was mostly my fault because I couldn't quite
12
narrow it down. Couldn't quite narrow it
I
down.
thought I was bad. That's insane. We,
Yeah.
were, we were talking about that last night, actually.
Yeah, it's gonna look pretty fucking
12,
hilarious.
12. Oh my God.
Yeah, on retrospect, it was a mistake, but we're moving forward.
It's going to be, dude, look at,
I've seen it online.
I need to get
Googled it.
right. I need to get it. I want to get it pictured up because it's actually a really awesome picture. There's a picture of all of us at my wedding, and I had 8, right?
Yeah, a lot.
And it, you could do like this giant white ass photo from your photographer, and now you have those memories of those 12 if you want them, But it makes for great pictures for sure.
Yeah, it's
having
gonna
all those people.
it's gonna look outrageous when we're up.
Absolutely.
when we're up there and lined up, but it's gonna be quick as fuck, and then we're done.
That's good.
Yeah.
The only problem that ever comes out of it is if like the outside wedding is planned and then you have to go inside because of weather, like we did for mine. Like
Yeah.
mine was supposed to be outside.
Oh yeah.
Coming inside now, is there enough space for 12 fucking people on each side, plus you guys, plus your priest?
We're actually going there next Sunday, so we're gonna
Tight.
get a good feeling for
Measure
what we're
shit
doing.
out.
Yes, because I am concerned. Enough about the fucking wedding, because that is literally 90% of my conversation with Allison nowadays. I'm gonna blow
Well,
my
it's-
brains out.
It's coming. You're hitting that time. But yeah, so we got to find some single ladies. If there's any people that watch this know some single ladies, we're going to go ahead and get this dating show going. What are we going to call it? The Backline Dating Show?
Yes,
Perfect.
I like it.
We're going to, that sounds terrible. I was like, we're going to backline some dudes for all these ladies. Like,
Yeah, well, yeah, that's exactly that's what we're doing.
contestant number 1, come on down.
Hey, idiot that likes BT Bam. Meet the other idiot that likes BT Bam. You guys are in love now. Get married.
Oh, man.
Kiss.
Dude, so I was listening to last week's episode. It got me
Why?
funny. Well, because we put it up.
Ew.
We had or I was editing the vocals, something. Anyways, yeah, I remember. So lately, I've had the conversation about Boyz II Men. It still comes up, dude, to this day.
With what?
With my coworkers, like
fuck.
just like, oh, remember that time that Billy said he doesn't like Boyz II Men, like he doesn't know shit. So
You made it. It wasn't that you don't like them. It was that you were saying that they couldn't fucking sing.
yeah,
One of the best, like, what is it called? When there's a bunch of people singing together.
acapella group.
Yeah, it's like
They're not
they're the
acapella,
fucking.
but-
But you know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of dudes hitting different pitches and stuff.
Yeah, I just man,
Sound like a fucking.
I don't
idiot.
know. I can't get into it, but yeah, it's whatever.
You said they didn't hit the notes right, but they,
Yeah, dude,
they
it just,
definitely do.
It hurt my ears.
You need to go take some sort of hearing test when it comes to tone. I think you're tone deaf.
Maybe. I mean, I very well possibly could be. To be quite honest,
You
with
said
you.
Boys to Men can't sing. You most certainly have something wrong with your ears.
I don't know. So, us lately, we've been playing some intense games of Halo. I want to know, are you really having fun with it?
Yeah, it's fun. Okay, I've degraded. I'm not my former self as when I was playing Halo 2 and Halo 3.
We're 30 years old. We're in our
Holy
30s.
shit, it's gone, dude. My shot is gone. I can't hit anything.
I think, even Call of Duty is so fast paced.
Yeah.
Where Halo's a little slower until you're in that battle or you're going, 2v1, anything like this. But with Halo, it's like you've got to be on your shit and you've got to aim perfectly. Seems like Call of Duty, the bullets are spraying, or you at least get that hit detection. You don't get that in Halo.
No, that's
Halo doesn't
true.
have a vibration that comes to your controller that feels solid going, that you hit that person with that bullet.
I got so annoyed with how I was fucking not performing at all and just getting worse and worse. It seemed like that I looked up a tips and tricks video for the new Halo that came to PC. And it actually jogged a couple little things like stupid shit, like grenade jumping and stuff. And leading shots, I forgot it's a projectile game. So, like, you have to lead the shots
Right.
a lot, especially with the battle rifle. Because I was hitting with the battle rifle. I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing wrong right now because you don't get those fucking hit markers.
Right.
But I mean.
And we've been used to that because we haven't played Halo in fucking years.
Yeah, I think besides age and lack of practice, I think modern shooters make you a little maybe worse. I don't know if you're not like a prodigy or like exceptional,
Yeah,
on your own.
David claims, David was posting shit where he's getting 30 something kills a game in Call of Duty. He switches over to Halo and he's getting 7.
I mean, he does
negative,
bring up a good point with the mouse and keyboard bit being an issue with that game on PC.
It is, but I'm not stressing over the fact that I'm using a controller. I'm really not. Like
I don't even.
I think it'd be cool if there was mouse and keyboard because maybe we can get a little better, but to be fair, too, none of us are exceptionally great at mouse and keyboard. Like some of us are better than others.
Dave's better
I'm
than
one of
us.
the worst. Dave is really good. I mean, you're pretty good when we played like Rainbow Six and shit like that. But to be fair, we're not experts except for maybe Dave, Justin, stuff like that. But like we're I don't have a problem with the controller. I really don't.
Yeah,
It's fun.
it feels right coming from playing it when I was a kid on an Xbox. I'm not gonna.
And I'm playing it on a much smaller screen. I'm a little more focused instead of my
And the
giant
frames
ass
are
screen.
super smooth, which is
it's
dope.
definitely a smooth game. So
But I still suck. I've accepted that, so I'm taking it for what it is. It's fun, and I'm playing like fuck 4v4 small bullshit BR Slayer hardcore tryhard sweaty garbage children drinking Mountain Dew and eating Doritos. I'm not into that. I play like Party Fiesta or whatever, where everyone spawns with like a random weapon. That's fun.
oh, so you've been playing other game types?
Other
Oh,
game
okay.
types. Yeah, zombies they have or infected, whatever it's called.
Okay.
That's fun. Mixes it up a little bit. Quick games. We need to get on doubles. That's what we need to do.
Dude, doubles ranked. We should get some experience, but doubles ranked.
Ranked? You want to play ranked?
Yeah. I miss
Okay,
it.
here we
I
go.
miss it. I
Level
miss it.
5, here I come.
Yeah. Dude. The highest I could ever get was 35, like 35 to 40. I could never make it to a 50.
Hit 43, and then I wanted to quit the game because
Yeah.
it was too. People
Well, it got really bad back in the day.
so
There was so much cheating going on.
cheating.
Now they claim they have this anti-cheat shit on the new game, but I call it bullshit. There's so much crazy shit that happens, and I'm just like, there's no fucking way there's anti-cheat on this.
Dude,
But we'll take your word for it.
our Discord parties are just everyone yelling about how this game sucks. Every single time.
And you know what? We're going to continue playing it.
Yeah, but we'll just
'Cause it's so much
We'll
fun.
get right into the next match and just continue berating the game that we just bought.
Dude, the other night we said one more like 12 times. And I'm like, dude, seriously, I need to go the fuck to bed. Like, I got to do shit. in
No,
the
I saw
morning.
you guys on. I didn't join though because it looked like you guys were full.
We were.
What was it, like Wednesday or Thursday?
Yeah,
or
we
something?
kept getting full.
I had a
Just
feeling
never-
because you have a couple really good guys and everyone gravitates to them,
Yeah.
and I do the
Yep.
opposite because I'm like they were cool and
Yeah.
they were fucking amazing, but I can't focus on anything besides how bad I'm doing, and then I do worse
because they're and it's because they're doing so well. And
So
then like,
fucking good.
dude, I started a game now. Now, granted, it was very beginning, first opening minutes, but I had like the other night I had 5 kills and I was leading, and the next person had like 3. I'm like,
Oh, I'm feeling it.
I was feeling pretty good. I
I'm on
started off with
fire.
like a killing spree,
Can't
right?
stop, yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, I'm doing so good. And then by the end of the game, I had 7 kills. So I only got 2 more the whole rest of the game, and the top guy's got 22 kills. I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Who's that one guy that's like consistently
Badger,
over
so
20
Badger.
every single
fucking game.
he's leading, getting half the team's kills, and in like the blink of an eye. I remember I started a map or a match with him when all of us were on, and I spawned. I saw everybody and I killed everybody that I saw. And it was like 45 seconds into the game, and I was like, oh, I'm killing it. I had 4 kills, 0 deaths. He had like 9. I was like, not even possible. That's not even possible. They don't spawn that fast. You can't kill him that fast. This guy's cheating. He's full of shit. He's in the program just like putting numbers onto the screen.
Dude, he's doing something,
I don't
man.
even see him playing.
He's fucking insane.
There's a conspiracy. He's not even playing I don't see him on the map. I don't see him playing on the map.
That's true.
He's sitting in the corner, and he's
Sure, we
fucking,
should look at that.
he's haxing. I don't like it. No, he's amazing. And I fucking
have to look into
blow.
Yo, so speaking of Halo, Paul Reed Smith and the Maryland Hall announced virtual music school for aspiring musicians interactive experience. So this is something I actually heard about a while back. There's a YouTube channel out there called Music Is Win from a guy named Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember his last name. Tyler Larson. So in August, they are doing this music school, and there's going to be quite a few artists that are going to be there virtually at this point to kind of just go over different types of lessons for you and shit like that. So obviously my favorite brand, some really cool guitar players that are also endorsed by PRS are going to be doing this. Just something I kind of want to put out there because it's really cool. If I have the time, I may try to sign up for it. I do think it costs, but I'm not 100% sure. But it's this, big ass thing. So August 10th through the 13th, it's a virtual 4-day event, for enthusiasts of all ages. But I don't know about prices or anything like that. Tuition is $100 a person, but it's for 4 days.
That's okay.
4 days. So it's the benefit of it, especially with like a YouTube guy like Tyler Larson, there's supposed to be some music business classes or stuff along the lines of what, even we're doing. So it could benefit you in a way if you're trying to do stuff like that, but I'm not 100%. I got to go through his channel, but I definitely know there's going to be, so it's guitar shit. There's a drummer that's involved, and then it's music business when it comes to this music business, YouTube, I imagine. So a lot of these creators, the one thing about this community I find that's kind of crazy is they're not like, we're going to hold in all the secrets and fuck you. They want everybody to be creative. They want everybody to get their time, if you can do it kind of thing. So they kind of teach you all the like tips and tricks. Like, this is what you should be doing. If you're not doing this, then why do you think that you should be doing better?
Did you say tits and tricks?
Tips and tricks.
Oh,
tips.
okay. I was gonna say, what does that mean? Was that segment? I want to know about that one.
Tips and tricks.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty cool. So that's August 10th through the 13th. So this episode will probably be coming out like the week before that, I guess. I don't fucking know.
I think so.
We're on the 26th right now of July. So we're gonna date this episode.
Kind of want to sign up for that. Sort of.
It's cool.
It's fucking $100, and then you just log in and you just watch it. Like,
I'm gonna 3
days, 4 days. That's awesome.
I'll do some more. I'll link it in the description for anybody who wants to check it out. But for us, I'll do some more research. We'll see what it's at. And maybe we could do an episode on what we learned.
Fuck it.
Yeah. Kurt Cobain is back in the news for us with something else being sold. All right. You're going to love this one. It's a guitar pick. Now, let me show you. You know what a guitar pick looks like. I don't need to show you. Guitar pick.
Yeah.
It's a used guitar pick. Now, let me tell you, guitar picks, when they're heavily used, are unfucking usable. You need them to be sharp, so you can really get those strings.
Cut them. Yeah.
So the last thing we talked about, just to help you out, is we had the guitar that was $6 million.
Yeah.
We had the pedal that was $9,000, I believe. Now we've got a guitar pick. So we're going from like the highest equipment almost, except for amps and shit, down to literally what he uses strum the strings with. How much you thinking? Now, a bag of 6 picks is roughly $3 to $9, depending on what you get. Some brands are just crazy and think they can charge an astronomical amount of money, but
did he use like expensive picks?
Nope.
Or like
he used so Dunlop Tortex picks is something I use for fucking years.
How much are they?
They're about $5 for a pack of 6.
And this is Kurt Cobain's everything that he owns seems to go up by like 1,000% in value at least.
Roughly.
But it's a pick, so it's like you can't really justify. I would say like $1,000. Yeah.
So it's literally that, but I think it's bigger. I don't think it's a Jazz 3. I think it's a regular size pick.
This is Kurt Cobain's pick.
That is
You
not
just
Kurt
gave me
Cobain's pick.
Kurt Cobain's pick. Jazz 3.
Yeah, Jazz 3 is the sizing of the pick.
Yeah. You guitarists have it pretty fucking nice.
So, what was your price?
$1,000.
All right, so you overshot it a little bit. $400 though for a pick.
Yes.
A single fucking pick. I just gave you one for free.
Yeah.
$400.
Yeah, and I could say this was Kurt Cobain's too.
Do you know how often guitar players lose picks? It's like, yeah, we got it easy, but we lose them all the fucking time.
Yeah, but they're what'd you say? $5 for a pack of 6?
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. That's not even a pair of drumsticks.
But if you went through a show, you have to do that every show.
Do what?
Realistically, you have to buy, like, so if you were a gigging musician,
Yeah,
you'd
yeah.
probably go through a pack of picks a show.
Oh, that sucks.
At least, if not two.
Yeah.
$10 a show where how much are sticks?
The ones I get are like $12.
And how long would those last you? Probably
Depends on
a couple
how
months?
much I'm playing on my acoustic kit. No, like if I'm playing on my acoustic kit quite a bit, I've seen them break as early as like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks.
So we're on about the same wavelength, I guess.
Yeah. No.
I think you got a little easier on that one.
Is Scoomy Sonor?
A little bit easier.
No. When I break something on my kit, it's not a pack of strings that costs $20. It's $350 cymbal. It's a $90 drum head. Don't do this. Don't do this. I have the most inconvenient musical instrument of all time. I don't want to hear it.
So
Fucking picks and strings bitching at me.
Between the Buried and Me, pretty cool thing. They're going to be performing Colors. Basically, so we had a show. We talked about it. I was supposed to be going. I think it was supposed to be rescheduled for even September. I don't even know when it's going to happen. No updates have been given. I've actually been quite frustrated over it. So they're going to be doing this live stream. We'll talk about it in a second. I'm going to ask them what the fuck is going on. But they decided to live stream Colors. So pretty much their most popular album of all time. They are going to be live streaming that for 2 days. So it's going to be August 6th and 7th, and they're going to be doing it on the band's Twitch. So I guess twitch.com/Between the Buried and Me. You do not have to be a subscriber. So I think a couple episodes ago, I was kind of learning what the fuck subscribing on Twitch is and that you actually got to pay or some shit like that. You don't have to be that. It is absolutely free. You can just join and watch it. And then on August 9th, they'll be doing an in-depth discussion about the album. The kicker with this live stream is they're actually doing the live stream from the basement of the place they wrote and recorded this entire album.
Cool.
So it's really fucking cool. So once again, this episode may or may not be coming out before right after this happens. But I think it's really cool. I mean, if it's streamed, you probably will be able to find it. But yeah, so pretty fucking awesome. Colors is my favorite album of all time. So
yeah, that's cool. I'm happy for you.
Cool. You gonna watch it with me?
BT Bam fans.
Are you gonna watch it with me?
I'm not gonna watch it with you. No, I was actually just looking at your shirt. Is that Jango Fett or Boba Fett? I get them confused.
Boba.
Is that Sacrosanct? And it's Under Armour?
Mm-hmm.
Under Armour Boba Fett t-shirt.
Yeah, they did this whole like Star Wars line. Ordered a pair of shoes one time for my buddy Pat, because he used to get a discount there, and he sent me the shirt with the shoes. Kind of tight. I've had it for a while. What's your shirt? No music?
Oh,
What is
no,
this?
it says musicians are cowards.
Galactic Empire?
Yeah,
Musicians are cowards?
musicians are cowards. And it's got some guys with masks with puppies and music notes with X's.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I think it's just a stupid shirt. Yeah, I think Wade said that too. He's like, I don't understand your shirt. I was like, it's a fucking dumb shirt. I don't know. I like dumb shirts and shit. Like, doesn't make sense.
Tell you, speaking of dumb shirts, you know Elon Musk?
Is he a dumb shirt?
No, he's not. but
Okay, yeah.
Are you... I love my segues, dude.
Yeah, they're pretty
They have nothing to do with
spot on.
each other
Speaking
at all.
of-
If you haven't guessed it yet, that's exactly what I do. So speaking of
yeah.
zombies earlier, and I talked about what? Kurt Cobain's pick or some shit? I
Yeah,
don't fucking
something
remember.
like that.
PRS. Elon Musk, you're familiar with the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, rich tech billionaire guy, super into tech and stupid cars.
Mm-hmm.
He envisions a time when people are going to be able to basically implant something in their head to be able to listen to music through like channels just going straight through to the brain.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing with your ears. What do you think about something like that?
Yeah. That's
So he
What?
actually, they have something going, and they plan on doing it by end of this year. It sounds like that they're going to be able to implant something, and instead of listening through your ears, it'll just go straight to your brain, and you'll be able to hear. I have no idea how that would work.
I mean, that would help deaf people, presumably.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't think of that application.
Yeah, I'm never doing that ever
No?
in my life, ever.
You don't want somebody implanting something in your
Nah,
brain?
not really. No, I'm not terribly interested in becoming a cyborg-esque character. I'm content with this. I've been hearing about this shit like for a long time. Didn't they have like implants where you would like scan your wrist or your hand or something and you could buy something out of a vending machine? Like
I think that was a movie.
there was no. I swear there was a company that was doing that for their employees for free. It could have been a movie.
It was a movie for sure.
My realities are just completely just submerging into one thing. Okay.
Actually, I think
I
Idiocracy had a tattoo or something, and that's how you buy shit.
Why no tattoo?
Yeah. He doesn't have a tattoo.
I love you.
He doesn't have a tattoo. Why doesn't he have a tattoo? All right, so we're a big no on the brain implant.
Are
I
you?
agree.
You're
I
cool.
agree
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
It's a bit
I
much.
don't want that shit.
That's for like eccentric people who like talking about the new thing that they got and they don't actually enable it in any way.
I don't see how. I understand kind of how it would work, but I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor, and clearly, terrible musician. So I don't get how. And then you're probably gonna have to buy a shit ton of different devices or something that will work with that to be able to send that music straight to your brain. I don't know. And then imagine walking past something that's gonna like cause some kind of interference, and then every time you walk, your brain just hears your brain, not you. I don't know how the fuck it works.
You're losing me a little bit.
Whatever the fuck
I
that
play
is.
on wooden circles. So that's about that's about how
It's gonna
tech
send
savvy
straight
I
to your
am.
brain, dude. So they're gonna make you deaf permanently.
Yeah.
And now that shit's gonna just send to your brain somehow.
Wait, that is a the what? They have to make you deaf, or are you just talking?
I don't think so.
Okay,
I
it's like,
doubt it. That would be kind of stupid. I'm not gonna. Oh yeah. Hopefully this works.
Right.
Since you're causing me to go deaf right now.
Yeah, I don't like any of that. I'm not interested. Elon Musk, didn't he name his kid like a bunch of letters and
Yeah,
some weird
dude. I don't
characters?
fucking know. He's one crazy character.
I
Ugly
guess
ass cars, super rich. I don't know.
he keeps it interesting, I guess. I don't know.
Tries the only idea that I've really really liked of his, because I think it would be super interesting, is some kind of like super fast travel, which the last I heard there was actually test, or they were trying to make it so basically you can go from DC to San Francisco in like an hour on this super fast fucking train.
What?
So it'd be like some kind of underground
Yeah.
railroad all the way through, and it's just a hypersonic, again, crazy fast train that'll get you from San Francisco to fucking, DC in like an hour or something crazy. It would be, obviously faster than flight, anything like that. And it's probably better for the environment, possibly, except for the fact you're digging up the earth. There's supposed to be something like that from like DC to Baltimore, like 20 minutes, instead of like the hours it takes to get there now in between because of traffic. That's something I'd be very much interested in.
Well, of course.
But
I'd rather do anything than fly in a plane. I'm the worst flyer.
Really?
The worst flyer I've ever seen. When I was a kid, I used to fly a lot. People were like, "Oh, you don't fly enough." Fuck off. I used to fly a ton when I was a kid. From like, I don't know, as young as like 8 to like 17, I flew at least like 24 times or something to see family and stuff, and I never had a problem with it. I never was scared. I just had that naivety.
where's my
a day to remember.
naivety?
Yeah. But then I didn't fly for like a long time, like just about a decade, and then like 2 years ago I went to Colombia for a family reunion, first time flying in a decade. And I didn't think about it because I was like, I used to fly all the time, no big deal. And I was white knuckling that fucking seat
Really?
as soon as we took off, dude. I don't know. My anxiety has like completely gone off the rails in the past like 7-8 years. And that's definitely, it doesn't matter. I'm the worst flyer and I definitely need to have a couple drinks. As soon as I got like 2 drinks in me, I was like, take it down. I don't give a fuck, dude.
So I don't have an issue with it, but I've gotten nervous a couple times. So last time I flew was for my honeymoon a couple years ago. And that was to Aruba, which I thought was going to be a much longer flight. So I think that's why I was a little more nervous.
Yeah.
because even though I'm aware of where Aruba is, I have, no idea how long it takes to get there. The farthest south I've been in a plane is Florida. So it's like, all right, so how bad is this going to be? And it wasn't. It was like fucking 2.5 hours or something from Charlotte. So we drove 2 hours to Charlotte, 2 hours to Aruba. It was a joke.
Is Aruba just like, is it in the Caribbean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My island knowledge is as limited as anything else in this world.
Yep. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like, I was kind of nervous, but I think that was what I was nervous about. How long is this flight? Even though I could clearly look at the itinerary and go, oh, it's just a couple hours to Charlotte, a couple hours to Aruba.
You're just like, this sounds
Part
not
of it-
American. It's going to be far shit.
Right. It's outside of the United
Right.
States.
Holy
I had to have
shit.
a passport for this.
That's got to be by
So
China.
that was also my thing. Like, how long does it take to get through customs? So overall, my biggest issue is as I don't smoke, but I vape. You smoke.
Yeah.
As smokers, basically, I'm going to count myself as a smoker
Sure.
for this. You can't fucking smoke at airports anymore.
No.
So I'm just losing my fucking
Yeah.
mind until I can smoke. Aruba, you're allowed to smoke in their airport.
Mm-hmm.
They have section off areas. Like, I don't understand why we can't have that here. Or like, hey, go out this door. It's just a cage, so you're not getting out. And, we occasionally have a security guard walk by to make sure you're not. I mean, because if you're walking in with something to cut the fucking chain link fence, then you shouldn't be in the airport anyways. Why can't we have outside areas, right? And it's all like, they're like, oh yeah, it's this whole like government building thing. Like, what the fuck? You know how many people in the government smoke? A lot.
Yeah.
So how the fuck do they survive? So that was my biggest issue. I tried I had a Juul at the time and I never got it to work. Later on, I figured out how to finally work the fucking thing. So I was like, I'm gonna have to bathroom it or something and just like produce as least amount of fucking vapor as I can. And just like, that's the only way I'm gonna get through.
Like, it's like high school again.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I felt like I was in high school. I'm almost fucking 30 years old, and sitting there feeling like I'm in high school. But that I think that was my biggest issue with flying. Once we're just sitting there and I'm like, all right, the only thing I want to do is just get to fucking Aruba so we can get off the plane, get through fucking customs, and then get out there so I could fucking smoke. God damn it. That's all I want right now.
Yeah, dude.
That's my worst thing. Other than that, I don't have a problem with the actual flight itself.
Oh, good on you. I was just thinking while you were saying that the U.S. Customs, bro, is so crazy. They try to be efficient. They do their thing, but it ends up just taking so long to get really in.
There's no reason why it should
crazy.
take that long. Especially, you don't have your bags.
Right.
You have barely anything on your persons, right? So it's just like, my bags are there. You've already searched that shit. What is taking me so long to get through this fucking line right now?
I'm going to start going in there with a Speedo, and that's it.
That's it. Hello?
What do I got?
Can I just cut? I've got my passport and
Right.
Speedo here. Let's go.
Right.
Let me just get to it. Customs is so fucking ridiculous. The one in Aruba was a joke because it was also fucking hot. And I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? Can we just get through this shit? Like, come on.
That's what I wanted to say was like, U.S. is so crazy. But when we left Colombia, it's just really small airport, like basically on this mountainside.
Right.
And the runway's super short. And so when you land, they like slam on the brakes, dude, because it's such a short runway. It's
Maybe that's your fear of flying,
terrifying.
huh?
No, that's definitely part of it. But once they're pretty good at what they do. But
Yeah.
and we were in
They're
the
professionals.
line to leave, and very, very, very the smallest airport I think I've ever seen. And it's like 4 a.m. We're all tired. Lucas speaks Spanish. We don't speak Spanish. So Lucas speaks Spanish and English, and so we were like having him translate. I was like, Lucas, come over here, and we were in custom. And like the lady was asking him a million questions, trying to get shit straightened out. Like, why are you here? What are you doing? Blah 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 blah. And then we got through. I was like, man, that was a little more intensive than I expected. And then Tony's still waiting. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a minute. He comes walking through. 2 minutes later, I'm like, what the fuck was that? He was like, I don't know. I just went up to him and said, hello. And he was like, he just looked at the passport, was like American, and just fucking gave him his passport. I was like, there you go. That's all you gotta
that's
do.
great.
Just be obnoxious.
Yeah, the point of, you go through normal airport security, right? You're still going through that. But with customs, all they're asking is, do you have anything to declare? No, I don't have it. Why the fuck would I even declare anything anyways, you fuckface?
Yeah.
Like, all the good shit's in my bags. Like, yeah, I've got nothing on me. I was like, we bought a t-shirt. You want me to declare that? Because it's the first time I ever went through customs. So I had no clue. I'm like, I bought a t-shirt. Like, yeah, how much did that cost? It was like $10. Yeah, we're not worried
Like,
about
cool.
that. Cool.
What's your favorite color? Why are we talking about this?
So, yeah, that was pretty much it. Other than that, I'm just like, man, customs kind of sucks. But I've got a new piece of gear.
Fuck, man.
Why?
Again?
What do you mean? Dude, it's getting so hard to find new pieces of gear. I don't have a person. I got one to talk about.
Oh, okay.
You thought I got a new
okay,
piece.
Okay.
No.
My bad.
No. Jared Dines, are you familiar with him?
Yeah, we just talked about him
Last week, I think.
Did we really?
I don't know. These episodes are just blending so bad.
Jared Dines,
YouTuber.
I may have even talked about this, but I've got some like actual pictures and shit to talk about. Jared Dines, his signature guitar from Sterling by Music Man. So it's a cheaper line of Music Man guitars. They're imports basically instead of USA made.
Okay.
His signature guitar has dropped and it's actually kind of cool. I probably wouldn't get it. I'd like to play one. I haven't had too much luck with Music Man guitars lately. I had one, I sold it because I just could not fucking get with it. But for the price on this guitar, it's not bad. I got to watch a video before we got started. I actually saw one where somebody was actually trying one out. It's actually really, really fucking awesome. So Jared Dines is kind of an underrated-ish guitar player, simply for the fact that most of his YouTube videos are just funny shit. He's like a YouTube comedian when it comes to music. You know, the 10 styles of drummers or whatever is his, you know, some of his bigger videos, different vocalists, you know, how they would be in the studio. He did all these videos to kind of gain his popularity that were supposed to be more funny, but he's actually a pretty talented guitar player. So Sterling, Ernie Ball kind of hooked up with him and said, hey, like, you're actually pretty good. You want a signature guitar? He's like, yeah, fuck yeah. I've never had a signature anything. You know, I've got over 2 million subscribers on YouTube, but I don't have anything. So he finally got one. It is debuting at $699, which is pretty damn good for a guitar. It is a 24 fret hot rodded dual humbucker with gold hardware. And I've got a picture for you. You can kind of see this guy here.
Oh, it's
Pretty
guitar.
fucking cool. Yeah, it's a guitar. So
Cool.
all maple neck. Yup.
Do you know any? So this is going to be, it's not going to be in like a Guitar Center or anything, right?
Guitar Center may carry something like this, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
If they carry anything.
I figured it'd be a special.
Remember, we
order.
went to Guitar Center a couple weeks ago and they didn't have shit. My thoughts are they're probably going out of business because Guitar Center literally doesn't have shit right now.
I mean, they were struggling before all this stuff.
True, and now they don't have any gear or anything.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of companies though that are completely fucking backed up. I don't know how the overseas factories are working on, but PRS is on like a 9-month fucking back order right now.
Shit.
So yeah, it's pretty insane. They're typically on quite the back order with some of their pieces, but they're even worse now. But yeah, so it's a mahogany body, maple neck, pretty standard for a guitar. Excuse me. One of the cool things I like about the volume and tone pot knobs. So typically they're separated. They're right on top of each other. So you just kind of got a one knob kind of thing. One's volume, you can move up. It's got a tone. It's got a kill switch. So in other words, as you're playing, you just kind of kill the sound real quick. So something a little fun that you get to play around with. I don't know how often I would use something like that. I typically do not like gold anything, but something with the black and gold combination on guitars is starting to grow on me lately.
I like it.
It's been a couple other guys that have done it. Angel Vivaldi. I think Jake Bone from Periphery has a gold and black setup on one of his guitars, but it's starting to grow on me, especially the shiny gold. I'm like, it's too much for me. But for some reason, with that black, the gold on the black is really, really classy.
As opposed to
looking.
not shiny gold. What do you mean?
Like you can do like a flat gold color.
I think it's called mustard. Do you know Korn is coming out with a cover album?
I did not. That sounds terrible.
Oh yeah,
Fuck.
album review.
We're gonna have to review it. Absolutely.
Yeah, dude.
When does it come out? Any
I
idea?
don't fucking know. They announced that they were writing it a little bit ago,
Okay.
and
So a full cover album.
It was like since the quarantine because they're like, well, fuck it, let's just do something
right.
fun for us, horrible for ears, a cover album. But they put up a picture of this almost like what's a bunch of letters, but they're out of order, like an anagram or something like that.
Yeah.
And it said something about the devil went down to Georgia. So that's a song. Everyone knows that fucking song. That would be interesting to hear their rendition. Maybe you like them, so how is it going to be terrible?
Because it's still Korn. Like I don't. So I like old Korn. I can't stand any of the new stuff, and I can't stand the over electronic stuff that Korn does. Some of the older albums, we picked a terrible album to review, and by we I mean you. That was a terrible album to review. It's okay at best. There was a better album definitely out there to review, but aside from that, most of their newer shit is just like It's the same, like we talked about with the Day to Remember, except I can at least listen to Day to Remember.
Yeah.
But Korn is kind of a rinse, wash, repeat, whatever
And they're
kind of thing. And they throw on all this electronic because they're trying to be different. I totally get it. We can't put out exactly the same thing, so we're going to throw in electronics to make it seem different, and it never hits for me. It hasn't.
Album review. We'll at least get something out of it.
We'll get something out of it. I mean, we'll see. I think covers would be cool. I don't know. Have they ever done a cover before? I don't know.
They said they've done like 2 or 3 and that it was really fun for them, but they never play them live. So that's why they thought this would be like a really good time to just be at home and come out with something fun and, not have to worry about like playing it live and stuff like that.
That's cool.
Because who wants to? I guess I'd like to hear The Sound of Silence from Disturbed. They did a good job with that song.
Yeah. They did.
Speaking of songs, can you name a Fleetwood Mac song?
I cannot. I was thinking about it earlier, honestly. We must be on the same wavelength.
You heard that What's His Name died?
Yeah. So I was trying to do research. So we had a friend over yesterday that was doing something for Lauren for her birthday. And her and I think Pat, like they go to like Fleetwood Mac concerts.
Okay.
Not I. But with this yacht rock thing I'm starting to get into, I'm starting to probably get into Fleetwood Mac without knowing that I'm getting into Fleetwood
Possible.
Mac. But I was trying to do research because I was talking to her about it, and I don't know if he was still in the band. He's a co-founder. Something Green, Stevie Green, Stephen Green,
Paul Green?
Paul Green.
Hold on. I had it. Yeah, Peter Green.
Peter Green. God damn it.
Co-founder and guitar.
So I don't know if he was actually still playing with them, but that, I mean, anytime an older musician, I mean, there was a lot of people posting about him yesterday, and people were kind of upset. So I guess he was something.
I feel like an ass because, like, yeah, you see people's reactions and you're just so out of the loop.
Yeah, you're just like, who?
What did I miss?
Dude, when I saw
Who?
Paul Green at first, it was 4 or 5 people that had posted it. I'm just like, who?
Yeah.
Who? And then finally somebody's like, Paul Green of Fleetwood Mac. Oh, okay. So that's who
Peter.
the Peter, is it Peter? God damn, I'm still fucking it up. I feel terrible. Sorry, Pat.
What is this? I don't even know what they do. This might be blasphemy.
There's definitely a song that we know, and we know we've heard it. We just didn't know it's Fleetwood Mac because that's happened to me before. Because I've talked to them. I'm like, why do you guys listen to this? I don't get it. And then I actually hear it. And I'm like, oh yeah, I've heard this song. I can get down to this.
They're
Like,
definitely one of those.
Why I'm like,
they're definitely
bitching
one of
about it.
those bands for me that like you probably know a few songs, but you have no
Right.
clue that you know those few songs.
Yeah, I definitely think they've come up in my yacht rock playlist.
Whatever. I'm still doing my Spanish Latin bit, pretending that I understand the song. Danny Ocean. That's my guy right now. Danny Ocean.
Is that one of the ones on the radio
He's
station? that you
sick.
listen
He's
to?
sick. He's May Danny Ocean May Rihuso. It's lit, dude.
God, you are so bad with Spanish. You can't even read it.
It's really baffling. I'm Spanish.
Oh,
and
man.
I can't do much with it. I have the most broken Spanish.
It's awesome.
It's like, yeah, I took like 5 years in school and retained about I don't know,
0.2%.
2%, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, same. I think I take 4 or 5. I can't remember. I think 5 was considered AP, and I was like, nah, I barely got through these first 4 years. I'm not doing that. There's no fucking. It's not required anymore. Like I don't need it. I did my requirements. I'm done. Working at 7-Eleven helped retain some of my Spanish, but not enough.
Really?
The only thing I would do with it was I would fuck with guys because you never know. Like if you don't know the language, you don't know if they're talking shit about you.
Yeah.
I'm the jackass cashier behind the register while these hardworking dudes are coming in and getting their food and shit. And so I would fuck with them only because they'd be like smiling or something. I'm like, I don't know if they're talking about me or not, but I'm gonna fuck with them to see what kind of reaction I'm gonna get. So every time it would happen, I would speak as much Spanish as I knew to them to see their reaction.
Yeah.
And a couple times I'd get the ghost face like,
Yeah.
oh shit, I speak Espanol?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
A little, sort of.
Un poquito.
Yeah.
You know, so it was all kind of funny, but yeah, eventually the bit was up and I was just like, I'm over it. And then I didn't retain anything because I didn't work at 7-Eleven anymore.
I caught one guy talking about me once. He was flagrant. He was fucking confident. He was my server at one of these Spanish restaurants, and nice enough guy, it seemed like. And then he was ringing me up because it's that bit where you go up to the front to pay because
like
I guess
Cracker Barrel type of deal.
I guess they don't trust their employee. I don't really even know why that's a business model.
Yeah.
It's really confusing. So he's ringing me up, and then he was like, "All right, that'll be whatever amount of money, sir." And then in Spanish he said, "Well, maybe not sir, more like boy." I was 18. I was really skinny. I had the baby face and stuff.
Yeah, you definitely look like a child.
And I said, "No, I'm a man." That's what I said.
I go pee standing up. Come on, dude.
I gotta go get the money for my mom, but like, I'm a man, dude. And he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I was like,
oh man,
it's okay. It's no good. It's okay." That's an inside joke. Did you ever play Breath of the Wild?
I did just a little bit. I was terrible at it. Got extremely frustrated. So, what do you hunt in that game?
Like pretty much any animal you see.
No. I mean, you go on this journey to find relics or something like that.
Oh, yeah. You got to do one of the main objectives is to find the shrines.
Shrines.
Yeah, and then you go and solve the puzzle.
I found my first one and would just continually get my ass kicked there. I kept running out of arrows, kept breaking all of my swords, and I was trying to play it on the Switch itself, and the controlling for it was just so fucking impossible for me. I gave up. That's part of the reason I sold my Switch.
The controls are bananas.
I would think you would have to do it on a pro controller on like your screen. You know, let it look as pretty as it's going to get, and then try with a as best controllers you're going to get for that.
Yeah, the controls are super crazy, mostly because I'm an Xbox guy. I guess any PlayStation or Xbox person is going to struggle with having B on the bottom button, which is typically an action button.
Yeah.
And it's a cancel button. So you're just constantly falling off cliffs and dropping your shit all the time. But it's whatever. I'm finally getting used to it. So what I've learned is you can't, like most Zelda games, you were able to just play the storyline and then do side missions.
Right.
In this one, because you have limited materials and everything fucking breaks,
you
and you
have
need
to do side
food.
missions.
What I do is I stock up all food and I cook it, make sure I have the max amount of slots for my cooked food. Right. And then I go gather a bunch of weapons, a bunch of arrows, a bunch of bows. And then once I'm pretty much stocked, then I'll continue with the story. And then once I'm down again, I go out and make a purge or whatever. That's how I'm playing the game. But it took me getting fucking irritated and I was in the middle of a boss fight for the main mission, and it would take away, like if you broke your sword and you died, you don't have that sword when you respawn from the checkpoint.
Right.
But if you're not doing, this is what I realized, if you're not doing a storyline mission, if you die, you get whatever you had at that time back. That's what I learned. I didn't know that because at first I was like, fuck, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna lose all my shit. But you don't do that unless you're doing storyline missions. Yeah, so you should have given it a chance. Your first shrine, that can't be true. The first shrine is not anything.
I don't know. I mean, I got a sword one time and the fucking screen is just like, and it's like, oh fuck, did I break it? Holy shit, look at this sword. Go to fight one guy, it's fucking broken. I was like, this game is fucking bullshit. Like, how are you supposed to do this? Constantly dying. I got stuck on a mountainside somewhere for fucking days. That I think I was trying to make it up some fucking mountain, and shit's just coming at me constantly, and I'm trying to use flaming arrows and sword in this bitch, and I'm getting my fucking ass handed to me. So I just got so frustrated with the game. I was like, you know what? It's one of those things. I remember playing Zelda as a kid, but not that much. Like, I'm not nostalgic about Zelda.
Not at all.
Not at all, because I know I played it, but I didn't play it enough. You know, I don't know, like, oh my God, all these storylines. I'm not one of those guys. It's kind of frustrating. So when I got my Switch, I got Breath of the Wild. And I was like, I want to see what other people are talking about, right? And Breath of the Wild is, you know, a newer age game that maybe I'll get into without needing the feel to be nostalgic. Because some of those old games, unless you're super nostalgic about it, I think the honest truth is they're probably not the best games out there. But I could be wrong because I don't remember Zelda.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not going to go pick up Pokemon fucking Blue for Game Boy. Like, it's not going to happen.
Bite your tongue.
Just not going to happen.
I got Pokemon Blue right now.
Cool.
I'll play that all day.
So I think I even downloaded it on my Switch, you know, some of the things, but it's like, but then there's 3D versions of these games that are kind of out there, you know, maybe not as good, but it's just like, I'd rather do this. This is what when we had that Pokemon Blue, this is what we wanted it to eventually look like. You know, we all thought, can't wait for like, you know, 20 years from now, we're going to see this shit in 3D and you're
Yeah.
going to actually see Pikachu's fucking nut hair. Like, it's going to be insane.
I don't think Pikachu has nuts, man.
I don't fucking know. But, you know, it's like, that's what we want out of this shit. And now that we got it, people are like super nostalgic and they go back. And I get it because I'm nostalgic about a lot of shit. But Zelda was not one of those. So I played Breath of the Wild expecting me to be like, all right, I'm going to get in on all the hype. Let's do this. Started out, I was like, oh my God, even on the Switch, 720p. This thing looks incredible.
Yeah,
this is fucking
good.
insane for 720p. And just kept playing. And I'm just like, I got so frustrated with this. Like, I'm not meant to play this style of game. I'm fucking terrible. I'm getting my ass kicked. I wonder how people did it before you could see what the fuck was going on.
It's sandbox, and it's not just sandbox. It is, you have to hunt and gather. So therefore, it becomes a grindy fucking game.
Yeah.
And that's why. And you're looking for shrines, and it's kind of like you're kind of doing the same 7 things, kind of. But I love those.
So
kind of
it's
games.
good, and I mean, it definitely gives you something to do. I mean, you've been looking for games and shit to
Yeah.
play, so it's probably worked out for you. But yeah,
I like it. I have the utmost patience. But you don't even like Dark Souls.
I've never played Dark Souls, so
Huge palate test right there. If you like Dark Souls, I probably like you. I probably
Yeah.
chew the same dirt, but you haven't played it.
I've never played it.
That's upsetting.
Which do I need to start on a certain one? I've always thought about downloading that.
Play the remastered first one. That's it. You're fine.
Okay.
That's basically the best gist of the game. But Dark Souls 3 is easier, way easier, and it's more playable. The first one is extremely unforgiving.
Okay.
Like, I will still get stuck on the first one, and I've done like 24 playthroughs or something like that. But remastered is 60 frames, which is huge.
Right.
The third one is not, and the first one's just, it's the best in my opinion. So
Cool.
you should get it. It's like $40. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it was $40. Get it.
Yeah.
Get
I
it.
mean, you did finally get the Master Chief Collection, so
Yeah, I did.
Maybe I'll have
$50 for one fucking game that came out 15 years
there's
ago.
3 games on there.
What a joke. What?
4 games. There's 4 games on there.
There's not, because Halo Reach is not a game. It's horrible. It was the downfall of everything.
That's true, but 4 and 5 will be coming out at some point on there.
Yeah.
What's 5? 5, I don't know. 5, I guess.
I don't think I
guess
played
5
5.
will probably come on there.
I played 4. 4's all right.
4 is fun.
all
I'd be
right.
excited for 4. So what I do on the Xbox side of things, I'll throw in 3 and 4, Precision Slayer and Snipes as a mix. Because the sniping is a little different in 4 because it does kind of do that bubbling effect a little bit.
Hate
But
it.
it's not as bad as like Reach was, right?
Reach was fucked.
Reach was fucking terrible. So, or balloon. I said bubble.
Balloon targeting,
Balloon
yeah.
targeting. But it's smoother, it's better, and it actually works in 4. And 4 sniping is fucking fun as shit. But, and it looks incredible. So, I'd be interested when that comes out. And then 5, meh, I don't know. 5 was okay, but we were, getting older, not having any time. And then we got Infinite coming out later this year. I'm excited about that.
Are you excited about that?
I'm very excited about that. I think we're going to finally see what Master Chief looks like with his helmet off.
I think
15 years later.
looks to me a little underwhelming. Was there any sprinting in the trailer? Did you see the trailer?
I did, but I don't remember.
I don't
any
remember sprinting, but there was a grappling hook.
There was that. It also looks like you can just kind of stab people with.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know how I feel about I don't ever since as soon as they did Reach and like they had like player mobility enhancements, like the sprinting and the jetpack, that's when I just check the fuck out, dude. It's not,
I get it, and some of that is in 4 as well.
yeah.
But I never use it in 4, and I don't care, and it doesn't bother me because you got the jetpacks. Well, guess what, idiot? You're terrible. Most people are terrible in the air. They're
Yeah.
not doing shit, and I've just got free shots on you
That's
the whole time.
true. But it just changes the pace of the fucking game
Well,
when you're moving around.
you had that's the problem. We had too many people bitching. I think if they brought it out at like a Halo 3 standpoint, I think that would be genius, except for the grappling hook, because people were bitching like, "Oh, not going to play Halo because in Call of Duty you got all this other cool shit." Nobody liked that shit, but people wanted that fast pace. So I guess 343 said, "Hey, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add all this fast paced shit in. Good luck. Now you got to sprint."
They went to the bandwagon. That really pissed
That's
me
annoying,
off.
but you got Call of Duty was probably out selling the shit out of them. So what did they had to do something, I guess.
I don't know. I don't agree with that.
I don't
at
know.
all.
Go back to your roots. The people that enjoy the game will buy it.
Yeah.
You're going to still make your money. They're gonna buy your DLCs that I'm sure you're gonna have come out with it, and people are gonna enjoy the shit. Like, just fucking go back to the roots.
I thought the graphics for Infinite looked like fucking butt. Like, not horrible, but like it's for the next gen consoles.
I'll have to watch again. I was watching on my iPad,
Bro.
and I had it on also more or less in the background because I was doing other shit. So I'd have to watch the trailer again, maybe on a nicer fucking screen or something. But
I'll probably get it for the single player because they do have fun campaigns.
I'd like to play through the other ones. That's something I'd like to do.
Oh my god!
If we get to the point,
You want to do that?
so I think we should,
Fuck.
because if we're getting to the point in
I don't remember anything.
these games that multiplayer is just unplayable or whatever case may
Yeah.
be, and it may very well be, and we're just like, we should start, because I've got mostly through one, but I have never played any of Halo 2 campaign.
What?
I have watched all of Halo 3, but never played it.
What is wrong with you?
I've never seen anything from Halo 2, and I watched some of Halo 4, and I didn't play anything in Halo 5 except for multiplayer.
So you're one of these blasphemous fucks who just play the multiplayer?
Yep. And what
Jesus.
sucks is I really kind of enjoy the story. I like watching it, but I never fucking played it. Like I said,
Holy
I
shit.
almost finished one, and I still didn't even finish that.
I love the campaign for Halo 2. It's fucking... It might be my favorite one. Halo 3 was good.
Halo 3 looked really fucking awesome
it's
and
really
good.
good. It is.
That was like the turning point of like, wow, we're getting some high def games now.
I
Everything's still at 720,
absolutely
but-
love the first one, though. It'll never be... It doesn't get better than the first campaign.
And these
for me.
remastered games that look incredible, that's probably something we should do, and then kind of prep for
Yeah,
as
'cause
much as possible, because
I don't know the storyline.
I have 4 on my Xbox and I have 5 on the Xbox. So we'll have to work something out to where maybe we'll get through them all by the time Infinite comes out, because it's all co-player campaigns, so why not?
Yeah, we'll just do co-op. Fuck it.
Put that shit on easy and run through it. Because I'm lazy.
Yeah, because you don't need to.
I don't need
make
no
it-
legendary skulls
I
or
just do
anything
normal.
like that. Yeah.
It's fine.
fine.
It's a nice little quick run through. It's not too crazy, and
Little challenging.
you don't get irritated.
Yeah. All right, so that's the plan.
Cool.
So we're gonna get the fuck off here and start downloading some Halo games.
Yeah.
But that is it for us today. Thank you guys for watching once again. Please subscribe. We are getting so close to 100.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you guys want to see anything else from us, or you want us to talk about anything, please leave it in the comments below. Or most of you guys probably know us, so you can go ahead and text us, let us know, email us at our email. Yep. So, anyways, I am Beef Treadbeard,
Nico.
and that's it. Thank you guys so much. Bye. Bye.